everybody? It's Pete Toll, aka PT Sports 84. We're going to go around the NBA for the games from Sunday, October 23rd. Today is Monday, October 24th. Jumping right into it, the Portland Trail Blazers got a late rally to beat the Los Angeles Lakers 106-104. The Lakers go to 0-3. The Blazers are rolling right now. They are unbeaten at 3-0. Damian Lillard. It was Dame time. 41 points. Jeremy Grant gets the driving layup with 3 seconds left to win the game. It was a interesting game because um, Anthony Simons didn't shoot well. The Lakers had the advantage essentially, with Simons kind of struggling a little bit. Um, Going to the Lakers, it's basically Anthony Davis right now. Without Anthony Davis, I don't know where this team would be. Lonnie Walker looked decent. Again, it's pretty much the trio of Walker, Davis, and James, double figure scores. I mean, obviously, Westbrook's at 10 points a game. Westbrook, if you didn't watch the game, Westbrook, I believe it was like 20 some seconds left in the game. Westbrook takes a pull up jumper to try to get the 2-for-1 essentially. His normal pull up, kind of like from the mid range, clanks, you know, and you just saw the disgust on LeBron James's face. LeBron misses the 17-foot jumper at the buzzer. Um, it was just interesting because Lillard carries his team, scoring 12 points in the final 5 minutes, with then Grant getting the layup. But where is, like, we talk about LeBron and just kind of how great he is as a teammate and things like that, and I respect LeBron and his game, but I don't think there's anything that LeBron can do really. Like, how do you stop Westbrook from taking stupid shots like that? Like, and that was all on Westbrook. It's not the look you wanted. Lakers fall to 0-3. Coach, I saw your wheels falling off comment. That's exactly where it is. Um, they have a tough schedule ahead. You know, you got the Cavaliers. You've got um, who else do they get? The Nuggets next. The Nuggets they play. Was it Wednesday night? They play the Nuggets. So what's up, Terrence? I believe they play the Nuggets twice. I know they get the Jazz twice. They have a tough schedule. I know they get I believe the Timberwolves are in there, the Pelicans. So it's going to be tough for the Lakers to get out of that rut. Meanwhile, a team that's surprising, the Charlotte Hornets, beat the Atlanta Hawks. No Terry Rozier in this one. Dennis Smith Jr. Gets the start. Dennis Smith Jr. looked great getting in different holes, being able to get to the rim. Looked really good in this one. But the standout was Nick Richards. 9 for 9 from the floor. Career high 20 points, 11 rebounds in a reserve role. You almost have to think that he's going to take over Plumlee's starting center role, where many, including myself, thought when he was drafted Mark Williams would take that role. Williams just hasn't looked ready. Steve Clifford's got this team rolling. Just a bunch of role players that are playing hard. Gordon Hayward, of course, has been consistent all year. The Atlanta Hawks didn't look terrible, but Clint Capella, 8 points, 8 rebounds. You can't get that from your starting center in 26 minutes. John Collins struggled this game, and that was kind of the difference. I think early they couldn't get him going. Trey had some good assists, but didn't shoot it great. DeJounte, solid as always. They've got to get Bogdanovich back for firepower. But what I thought was interesting is Aaron Holiday later in the game didn't get as many minutes with AJ Griffin taking his spot. Griffin looked good, 8 points, 8 quick points. So that was good to see. Next were the other team that is just a shocker surprise, the Utah Jazz. Nobody, if you said you saw this coming, you're full of it. I don't believe it. Nobody saw the Jazz being 3-0. They win 122-121 in overtime over the New Orleans Pelicans. Kelly Olynyk gets the little flip shot to kind of go. It was like a scoop, things like that. What's up, Josh? It was a scoop, and the Pelicans end up losing. But was more interesting besides Markkanen, Vanderbilt's been consistent. I'm still not a fan of Jordan Clarkson's streaky shots and things like that, but just the team overall is playing collectively well. So the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram kind of went out. He got hit in the face, was in concussion protocol. Um, but the big story was Zion Williamson taking a nasty spill. Ended up with a bruised hip, from what I saw. Don't think he plays in the next game. It's Tuesday against Dallas, which is going to be tough because that Dallas team with Luka is really tough. But what's interesting, Trey Murphy has just been killing it this year, shooting the ball really well. They get Jackson Hayes back Tuesday as well, so that'll be interesting to see how he integrates into the lineup. Herb Jones, spectacular defense, but he fouled out, and I think that's the last play. Um, happened there. Not sure what happened. It looked like my headset disconnected. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. Uh, let's see. Next, that definitely threw me off. Donovan Mitchell leads the Cavaliers against the Wizards in overtime. Donovan Mitchell's been killing it this year. Mitchell, you know, it's interesting that it takes overtime, but he gets 37 points with only 2 turnovers. But what is interesting is after the game, he apologized to the fans for keeping him there that long. Um, he gets a 3-point play and a steal in the final minute and a half of overtime. Really thrilling win over a Washington team that's looked better than I expected. Um, the only person that's really struggling for Washington overall has been Denny Advia. Um, Kyle Kuzma has been fantastic this year. Porzingis hasn't really shot it that great, but it's okay. I think he'll come around. I think that sprained ankle early in before game one kind of threw him off a little bit, but Washington's going to be tough. My buddy DJ Gonzo Star, that does the Loop City podcast with me, has Washington as a playoff team, which I was kind of surprised to hear, but can respect that opinion because the East, you never know overall. But next game, we get the Minnesota Timberwolves. Breakout game for Anthony Edwards, 30 points. Edwards looking really good. Rudy Gobert, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Really good there. Karl-Anthony Towns still getting back into shape. I'll give him another couple weeks to get really back into it because he lost a lot of weight over the offseason. He was really sick. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. They're still adjusting to Rudy Gobert. They beat the Thunder 116-106 in this one. The Thunder, Josh Giddey went out with an injury. They really are mixing and matching their lineups. Like Terrence Mann started this game because SGA was out. Robinson Earl started where Pokashevsky started last game. They're really shaking it up and things like that. Johnny, I did talk about the Lakers. I'm almost done with this one, so you'll be able to go back through and watch it. The Lakers don't look great, but the Thunder, just playing a bunch of their young guys. Jalen Williams ended up, not in this game, but the previous game, ended up with a face fracture, so he's out for a little bit, but other guys can step into roles and get minutes. So it's a good combination of young guys that they can kind of spread around and really get a feel for who they want to keep going forward and maybe who gets traded or things like that. So last game is the Golden State Warriors beat the Sacramento Kings. They only beat them by 5, which was interesting. Obviously, the Kings Defensively, giving up 130 points is not good, but I thought it was good for them overall as a morale boost. Mike Brown, obviously the former assistant, lead assistant at that. Steph Curry um, got 28 of his 33 in the first half, so they did good adjusting to Steph in the second half. Um, he gets his third straight 30-point performance to start the season, which was crazy because in that second quarter he went off for 5 threes. So it's interesting to see um, this Warriors team when they want to turn it on. A 50-point second quarter. It's a franchise record and the third most points in any period that they were able to match. Looking at the Sacramento Kings, Sabonis did well with De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox has been on fire this season. Keegan Murray is finally back. He started the second half. KZ Okpala only played like 3.5 minutes in this one as a starter at power forward. Malik Monk got it going. Herder is still struggling with his shot, but overall, De'Aaron Fox is carrying this team. I want to see Keegan Murray start. I think Keegan Murray could average a good 19 points a game this year easily. It's him, Mathurin, and Banchero that have been really the leaders, rookie of the year. The most impressive is been Mathurin, but Sacramento's look decent to me. I have them as a play-in team, but to wrap things up here, the Phoenix Suns put a smacking on the Los Angeles Clippers. Devin Booker was on fire. He looked really good in this one with 35 points. Chris Paul ends up the third player in NBA history to reach 11,000 assists. He's still not shooting it great, especially from three, but the assists are there, getting guys in their offense. The Suns didn't waste any time getting into the started with a blowout. They get to a 11-0 lead right from the tip. They led by 20 at halftime. What's interesting with the Clippers, so you saw Kawhi Leonard come off the bench again, but he started the second half. 11 points, 6 rebounds in 21 minutes. They're ramping him up, but I think it's time to go ahead and start him and get that going. Marcus Morris had 22 points. He's been solid all year. Paul George struggled, 16 points. I ain't going to get it done. But what more so, John Wall needs to be starting. John Wall's able to score. He loves that mid-range pull-up now. Very effective with that. Able to find guys on the three-point line, and that's what they need. Reggie Jackson is just a gunner. He's on a minutes restriction as well. I just don't like Reggie Jackson in that starting lineup. I think you go John Wall moving forward, especially when Kawhi's back in that starting lineup. I just think it helps them overall. But, the Clippers will be fine. They're going to mix and match and rest guys through the season, and, it's just how it is. Games tonight to look for. Philadelphia's 0-3. They're going to play Indiana. It's panic time for Philly fans, especially if they lose to Indiana. Doc Rivers has got to go for sure. He already has to go in my mind, but that would make it definitely crucial to fire him. They've got to play their bench more. Indiana's looked great, like I said, with Mathurin. The only one that's really got to get it going is Chris Duarte. Miami plays Toronto. Probably no Scotty Barnes, I'd assume, with the sprained ankle. Miami has looked decent to start the season. Orlando against New York. Orlando has really struggled. They've had injuries, so Suggs has been out. Anthony was out a game. They don't have Jonathan Isaac. There's mix and matches of lineups there. The Knicks, Barrett's got to get his shooting going. Next is Chicago against Boston. Boston's 3-0. The Jaylens have been on fire. Chicago's got injuries. I don't know if Levine plays or not. Can't be all DeMar DeRozan all the time. Luka, my favorite team is the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know if you can see me behind me, but I've got memorabilia that's Philadelphia. I was born there. Raised a little bit, but mostly raised in Georgia. Did never adopted the Atlanta teams. I'll watch Atlanta teams because I watch sports, but I don't root for them. Houston Rockets against Utah. Houston's 0-3 and Utah's 3-0. Man, that's going to be tough to see that matchup. I want to see if Utah can go 4-0. I really like what I've seen from Tari Eason. Jabari Smith's got to shoot it better. Memphis against Brooklyn. That's going to be a interesting matchup. 1-1 for Brooklyn, 2-1 for Memphis. Memphis, I think, is going to come out since Ja Morant struggled last game a little bit to what he normally does. Brooklyn's got to have Ben Simmons shoot the ball and just be on the same page. He can't have 5 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and say that's a great game. Like, if he's not going to have 15 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, what is the point of having him? He's the cog that makes it go. Obviously, Durant and Irving can't be ISO 101 either. Spurs against Minnesota. I expect Minnesota to beat the wanting to tank Spurs. And then Denver and Portland, that'll be a good game. Portland's 3-0, obviously coming off that big win against the Lakers last night. They play a Denver team that's looking to get into rhythm with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back in the lineup, so that'll be interesting. Luka, my favorite player. Ooh, I don't really. There's lots of players I like. Like I like Luka Doncic, a lot. Um, I like Ben Mathurin that's coming in. I like Keegan Murray that's coming in. Um, there's just a kind of various. I could pick a team and tell you a player or two off of the team. Like I like Scotty Barnes. Um, I like Jason Tatum when he's not taking ill-advised shots. I like Zion, obviously. Anthony Edwards. I like Josh Primo. Um, just guys like that. Walker Kessler is a rookie I like. What's up, Kerry? Um, but yeah, so it'll be interesting. I'm more looking forward to seeing, like I said, what the Sixers do because it's going to be tough because Mathurin's been on fire. If they get Chris Duarte going along with already having Halliburton, Mathurin, Heel can shoot it well, Isaiah Jackson up front, Jalen Smith up front, even Terry Taylor getting rebounds. I don't think Doc Rivers' strategy of playing these guys 36 minutes a game, like you can't play PJ Tucker continuously 34 to 36 minutes and then barely play your bench, and your bench is Daniel House, Georges Niang, and D'Anthony Melton, and that's your bench with Montrezl Harrell, and Harrell hasn't shot the ball in 2 games. So why is he out there? Like he's going to get, he's a turnstile on defense. He's not protecting the rim. So Doc Rivers has got to be better. So those are the games I'm looking forward to tonight. Definitely watching the Sixers game. I'll probably check out the Utah-Houston game and then the Denver-Portland game and then do the condensed few-minute version on the NBA app tomorrow morning before I do the recap for tomorrow. But hope you guys enjoyed going around the NBA with me for these recaps. If we have a 2K update today, I'll do another video. I've actually got something to do at 9:30, so I've got to leave in about 5 minutes. But thanks everybody for checking in that checked in live. If you like this, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Mostly do 2K content, but trying to do NBA content mixed in with 2K as well. When we get into next week, I'm going to go back to who should go up and who should go down because I expect a roster update next Thursday just based on where we are with the NBA season. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will talk to you next time.